immediately. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just got a dirty mind. Hold R to poop. I do have to poop. Wouldn't got a Jimmy John's submarine sandwich. Yes, sub stands for submarine, since people don't know. Yet I'm the weird one for not knowing what VTuber means. Why'd I restart? I took red heart damage, so my devil deal chance was like very little. And it also sucked to have almond milk. It feels very counterproductive with this character. I don't mind it on a lot of characters, but switching to boner form gives you a big damage up. Unless you have a big damage down. See, that feels much nicer. See that? That's just... That feels better. Submarine way? I mean, you could. Certainly. That would be acceptable. Do I still flush the toilet while shitting so your roommate doesn't smell you shit? I said I did that once? I mean, I don't have a roommate. Cobalt did that to me when we did the Isaac marathons, and it was surprisingly effective. I may have taken that from him. The first two Isaac marathons Cobalt and I did. The first two marathons Cobalt and I did. So like, this is the streaming spot at Cobalt's, right? And then like, look over here. See that door? That's the bathroom. So Cobalt would be shitting right there while I was streaming. And there wasn't a door because he didn't need one. So a lot of the times you like heard Cobalt and I talking during the marathon during my segment, he was shitting. But he would do that. And I did learn that it's very effective if you flush immediately, you take the stink away. But I don't remember saying I ever did it. Maybe I did though. Yeah, we made eye contact while shitting many times. Mainly because I was like preparing to mute for the flush. So I had to like keep tabs on, you know, progress. How things were going for him in there. You know, remembering that makes me feel a little better about the mullet thing. Like, the things I've done for money, mullet, you know, isn't as bad as watching Cobalt poop. I love him, but some things you just don't want to see your friend do. Grom, you messaged me. I forgot. You reminded me now. I was going to message you. I need, I think my icons, they might be here or here or here. I don't know. The one of that's like just my logo, the Nerd Fusion stuff, I need to replace all that really bad. And you did some stuff for me, so you know, like, I could work something out to get you some of the hard-earned buck. I don't know what I want, so you know. The usual. Like when my brother spread his ass cheeks in front of me one morning before school. Yeah, like that. You probably should talk about that in therapy and not here. Unless you're going to pay me the same you pay your therapist. Then, like, dude, I'll listen. Do I take insurance? I don't know. Who do I contact? I will message you later. Booter, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I don't really want any of that. We're very close to mullet, yeah. 119. If math is still the same as it was when I was in school, it could have changed by now. I got an email today from Game Dev. It said, what was the exact quote? Oh God, what have I done? Hi, I'm new. I'm a new game developer born less than a year ago. And now I just, you know, I feel like I didn't accomplish much with my life in the time I was allotted. Did I discuss the mullet with Alice? Yeah, she said, I tweeted it. I don't remember exactly what it was, but something along the lines of just no. Then maybe like a please no. Also, she's like 8. I don't think she should know that mullets are bad at 8. And then later that day, I was talking to her mom. Got her. I was talking to her mom about getting my COVID vaccine, and I was excited about getting a superpower. And Alice mutters, "Super Mullet Man," which was like real funny and mean, but very funny. I want this heart so I don't die. Thank you. Nobody picks on me more than my daughter. Nobody. Does one more get me a prize? I'm still not sack pit savvy, but it did get me a prize, a delicious prize. That's it now, right? I can't get, I don't get an item? I think so. Danfian, thank you for the 19 months. Yeah, like, I'm a little worried about her sass because, like, I've helped cultivate it, obviously. It... I mean, obviously, I'm a genius. Ronick, comedic genius, Richard Hammer, as they call me. Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Ronick. But, like, when she's texts with her mom, I frequently get involved to make her say funny things. And now she's just using it against me in my day-to-day life. All of the things I taught her are now being thrown back at me. Good HP up is what I needed.
Speed up.
You got one more for second piece of key in the room. But they're like no chance at an item or anything still, right? That's all I care about. Don't you love? I believe that I do and have loved. Yes. Thank you for the hard-hitting questions, though. Those are the ones that I'm here for, honestly. Sorry, I said this the other day, but my relationship with my ex-wife is very weird. Everyone knows this. But today she moved into one of my family's houses. We don't have that many or anything anyway, but it's where I used to live. And it's just super funny and weird because she moved in there with her boyfriend. But like she was just texting me about like stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's mine from when I was a kid. Yeah, that's mine from when I was a kid. It's very like I'm happy that it's a good place for her. And my daughter, but it's very weird. And like it's gotta be weird for him, right? For me, it's weird in like a very good way. Like, I'll be the first to admit that there's a little bit of like, you know, joy that comes from it for me. But man, actually, I forgot. That's the house I lived in when her and I first started dating. Like, as teenagers. It's where we first banged, if you will. I like awkward relationships. I love awkward. Just in general, awkward is just really funny. It's like peak comedy. So yeah, I guess I like awkward relationships. The problem is not enough other people tend to enjoy the awkward. It's not at the same level that I do. I like thrive off it. I made my brother like genuinely a little upset with me, I think, the other day because we went to the gas station and I was buying worms, and the lady was having trouble bagging the worms. They're these weird styrofoam containers, and the styrofoam kept sticking on the plastic, and she's like, "This styrofoam is so weird," and like. I intentionally waited like an awkward amount of time in silence and then went, "Don't worry, styrofoam, she didn't mean it." And my brother has like never been so uncomfortable. It was good. I think it's a quality. She did not. Well, like in fairness, it was awkward, and it was only awkward because she just said nothing either. The rest of like that was she didn't laugh at it, she didn't snicker at it, she didn't even like look at me to recognize what I said. She just completely ignored it. So then that did make it awkward, but that made it even funnier. I so desperately want to go insane. I love this. There's specifically one girl there that she's just, you know, a little awkward. And I really want to go in there one day and just fucking dump out a container of the worms on the counter and just say, "I'm gonna count these real quick." I just think it would be the funniest fucking thing. Like, I would obviously clean up my mess, but the funniest fucking thing. Because it's a gas station. It's not like it's a fucking bait shop. A bait shop, they, you know, just tell you to fuck off and get out of there. But it's just a young kid in a gas station. She's like, I don't know what you call it now. I would have called her a scene girl back in my day. But in a town of hillbillies, right? So she's a very out-of-place kid, and it's very funny. All these hillbillies try to be friends with her, and she's just not interested. An e-girl? I don't know what the term is now for scene kids. You know, kids. Is it not emo anymore? I don't know. I would have called I would have just said scene, not even emo. Just, you know. For our town, that shit's like, you know, it's rare. On the internet, she would be like barely average. It's pretty normal. But for hillbilly Haven, for a scene boy mullet? Dude, I do have some pretty good scene boy bangs. They drive me insane. I'm from Southwest Michigan, near Kalamazoo. I don't think Michigan overall is like that redneck, but I happen to live in Farmville. I guess no, it's pretty redneck, because once you get north, it's just nothing but dudes who want to live in the woods and want nothing to do with society. We're a big state, and we don't have much going on. I am pirate. Yeah, redneck, whatever you want to call it, you know, whatever. Whatever you want to call all your rural folk. Live in northern Michigan and in the woods, yeah. Like, it's just a lot of that up there. A lot of woods. I'm very small. In the pants. Depends on. I really don't believe that statement is true, that you can't break the game that easy anymore. I guess it takes a few more items now to break the game, but I still think breaking the game isn't that complicated. The reason people are saying that more often, I think, is because we aren't doing Isaac runs. But wait until we start doing, 20 Isaac runs in a row. I think breaking the game is still going to be something you can do very consistently. The problem is the game breaks now. Rebirth, it was very, very hard to crash this game. I tried many, many times, and it was very, very hard. But this Repentance crashes like we were playing the new Eve yesterday, Tainted Eve. She'll crash just off her own passive ability. They fixed Tainted Cain? Did they do another patch? Because yesterday all they did was fix Alabaster Box. Yeah, Repentance seems very unstable. Yeah, the whole game breaks, not just the run. And honestly, that is where the term came from. We used to actually fucking crash it pretty regularly too, but then Rebirth came along and they really had it pretty stable there for a while. I didn't play a lot of Anti-Birth or Afterbirth to know how stable it was then, but this is bad. And the fact that crashing the game means your run is lost, all your progress is lost, is very bad. Dude, I'm getting so much health. I do. I think Repentance is the best state, like gameplay-wise, that the game has been in. But I am getting very frustrated with the amount of lost runs I've had due to bugs and crashing. No. Okay, I thought I put that bomb too high. Yeah, sure. I like Devil Deal items, especially when I have an insane surplus of red hearts. Oh, I forgot to text this back, sorry. We're exactly 100 away. Look at that. It'll take me a day or two. I'm gonna warn you, it'll take me a day or two. I want to get it done professionally. I did reach out to some folks just in case. Pharmacist thing for the 9 months. I want it to be good too. If I'm gonna do, I want layers and stuff. I want I want it to be powerful. Like, if this is how I do everything, just like the calendar. If you saw my erotic calendar, like, you know, I really did try to give it my all, and I was continually disappointed that we didn't do better. But you know, I never feel like I do enough to satisfy you, chat, specifically. I didn't see what else was said, Doge, but I'll trust that there was a fair reason there. What the fuck was it? I didn't see it. Spamming weird links. Oh, alright. I couldn't decipher what it was. I was hoping it was like a picture of my house or something. My house on Google Maps. Just posting maps about Michigan. Oh. I had a guy for years who I banned him. He sat around whispering people my address. Well, it wasn't even my like real address anymore. It was like my dad's address from when I was a teenager. Now my ex-wife and her boyfriends. I bombed myself. It all comes full circle. Bring it back. So the real truth is there are a lot of people on this site that are you know, socially inept and you know, mentally disabled and stuff like that. It's just true. Like, it's a part of the game, man. This kid was definitely challenged in some way. I had let him go for a while because I could tell, and he was like super into what I was playing at the time, and then I got a ton of messages from him, and I can tell like he was definitely not, whatever the appropriate term is here, chat. I'm trying not to say something inappropriate, but yeah, whatever the appropriate term is here, he was not neurotypical. Sure, let's go with that. That sounds nice. I don't think it was unstable as much as just challenged. Just mentally challenged in some way that... Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm just trying to be honest. Like, and I've recognized it more times than I think most of chat has. You know, and I've did a fishing trip across the country and met with viewers and stuff, and there's like a lot of kids that have some sort of disability, learning or social disability and stuff that I met along the way. Like, it is what it is, man. I don't think it's always just an angry kid. I think more times than not, from my experience, it isn't just an angry kid. It's just an unsupervised person that really shouldn't have that much freedom on the internet. Because they do put themselves in dangerous social situations. Sorry, my kid just moved into this new house, so they're telling me about everything. They're excited. Yeah, like early in the morning I'll get some kids, I can tell. Maybe that sounds cocky, but I definitely feel like I can read people pretty well after years and years of doing this. Can I? Sorry, my brain. But for the most part, I don't think I get that many young people that stick around for more than like 2 minutes, because we're usually just talking about something that's not fun for a younger audience. Like this topic, for example. When I first started, I had more young teenagers, I think. Like, I don't think there's that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think there's that many of you here that are under 18. Even on an Isaac Day. We did all get old. 18 a month. I figure there's a few on Isaac Day. And then later in the night, we'll have more teenagers, I think. But the good news is, I still consider myself a teenager. I look in the mirror and go, oh, fuck, I'm old. But I actually get some age demographics from, I used to get age demographics when I did YouTube. And I know most people lie. I guess that's not a great answer. But in all the signings I've done and shit at PAX, even at like my peak of popularity, there's no way to say that and not feel gross. There's very rarely anyone under 18. There's been a few over the years, though. Good ones. Has anyone seen Dewey? Any of my OGs seen Dewey Ball? He's alive and fine? Cool, Brown. He's a good kid. Well, he was a good kid. He could have turned into a monster, I guess, but he was a good kid. He's all grown up, I bet. That's what I was just thinking. Punny, too. Punny's like a man now. Now you're a man. God, I haven't sung that in not long enough, honestly. I should have kept to never singing that. I think Cobalt and I do speedruns again. Cobalt and I talked about it, and I think we're both kind of in agreement. Neither of us want to do it unless the other one says, let's do it. See, I'm still a teenager. So probably not. I got really scared because someone came in here and was like, Cobalt said you guys are doing another tournament. I was like, oh fuck, we are. So I did ask him about it, but no, he's in the same boat as me, really. But yeah, it's... Obviously, Isaac is still a huge part of Cobalt's life and a part of his stream. It's nothing personal. It's just, it's a lot of work. And we both got to a point with it where it wasn't as fun for us. And we ran out of ways to one-up ourselves. Like I was saying earlier with the mullet thing. Like, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it well. I want to do it good and make sure, you know, it's fun for chat. Same went with Isaac. We just kind of ran out of ways to improve it. I will do a spite tournament. 100%. I will do a spite tournament. If Tyrone Rodriguez does one. 100%. I promise. We will do a tournament to raise money against like abusive workplaces or fucking racism or something along those lines on the same exact day at the same exact time as his. And I already got all the racers that I think matter agreed to it, so 100% balls of spite. That's very good, actually. Balls of steel their viewers. It's not about stealing the viewers as much as just offering another tournament option that isn't run by a scumbag. You know, like, I'm shitty, but certainly a step or two above him. Grom's worked for me, he knows. I'm shitty, but, like... Who's the guy? He owns Nicholas, who's the publisher. I think he calls him lead producer of the game that I'm playing currently. But he's a piece of shit, and it's an unfortunate side effect of the game. Why do I think big developers haven't picked up Isaac? That's just not how it works, man. It's also Edmund's game. He's not gonna give it away beyond like he's done with a publisher. Edmund is very, very picky about, from what I've been told by people that worked with him and worked on Isaac, he's very picky about not fucking with his idea, right? And I think that's like we were talking about yesterday. That's why you don't see a lot of items get removed, even items that no longer fit in the game that just feel completely dead and out of place now. He doesn't. It's his stuff, his vision. He very much claims it all as his, even though he doesn't do any of the coding or anything like that. He very much takes as much credit as he can get. He tweeted at Dan Giesling the other day about Dan Giesling misidentifying everything he's ever created. But I would like to remind people, all these new floors that, like the ones I'm on now, most of these new bosses, these were all done by the Anti-Birth devs. They were already in existence. These spiders were created by Anti-Birth, not Edmund McMillan. They deserve credit. It's very good new content. I think it's an unfortunate side effect, it seems, with success, is that people get a bit wildly egotistical. Just a bit wildly. I don't really want any of that. All the new floors, most of the new items and bosses, yeah. The majority of the new content was in a mod that existed. And it's like, I think that's just important, man. Like, to me, this industry... We know this industry's got problems, especially with taking advantage of workers. I think it's important that we recognize, who did what. I hope that those guys get to go on and do something of their own, or, that this leads to something for them. I'm sure that's why they took the opportunity to work with Edmund and Tyrone directly. I hope it pans out. We've seen it happen in, you know, some nobodies get pretty successful off making silly content and mods and stuff in the past, so I hope so. They deserve it. They worked very hard on Anti-Birth. If anyone remembers, you know, the Bashi craze on Twitch, that's always one of my favorites to think about, you know, that and then he went on to become a pretty successful fucking game dev off making a meme game for a streamer. Yeah, Solgren went on to do very well. Angel Raider, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Is Solgren working on something else? Xavier's pretty horny though. Yeah, it came from a guy from Twitch chat. I think a guy from Twitch chat. Would I expect Twitch chat to make anything but horn? No. Horn. It sounds like porn and has similar effects on the body. But I said horn. God, so many red hearts. All right, I give up because I can't do that apparently. It's basically my controls inverting, and that breaks my brain. Can I stop dropping all of my consumables on islands I can't get to? Please? Thanks. No? Alright. In Horn Hub. Wait, Horn Pub is even better. Angel Raider, thank you for the 2 gift subs. Oh man, let's confess our sins, chat. I'm not that much of a sinner. Man, the last 2 of those I've fucking smashed my body into, I smashed like 25 hearts into them and nothing happened, and I just thought they were endless. Forgetting how to get this jawbone. Dogs in space. Do I at all feel like the jawbone is good? Do you mean the thing he gets? Is that the regular old jawbone? Wasn't there an item called Donkey Jawbone or something? Oh, I gotta push buttons. Not kill them. Anyway, when he transforms, he feels very strong. Maybe you unlock it from playing this character, even? I don't know. I'm not a smart man. I think I had a guppy piece a while ago. Maybe I'm a liar. I have too many red hearts. Please take some. Oh, I forgot I only get one of those. Oh, sad. Thanks, Sphinx. Not everyone needs to talk. I do need enough interesting people, though, to come up with something for myself to say. For me, streaming is very much playing off what chat says. I didn't deserve that damage, but I'll take it. So when chat's got nothing interesting to say, or it doesn't even have to be interesting, it just has to be something that makes me go, oh, let me tell you about this time my grandma did this. I was going to say something horrible, and I changed my mind. I told a story in another chat earlier today about how my grandma once asked me, "What's this?" And she was holding up a penis pump that she had found under my dad's bed. What did I answer? I honestly don't remember. I was like 11, and if not for Austin... Okay, I was whatever age Austin Powers was out, and if not for Austin Powers, I wouldn't have known what it was myself. I was that young. But it scarred me. Was it Swedish made? I didn't get too close. Not that grandma, different grandma. I had two of them. Weird, I know. I did, but I had no blood grandpas. So like, I guess I'm even now, huh? One of my blood grandpas just ran off and didn't come back. And the other one died when I was a baby. But I did have a guy I called Grandpa anyway. He was tight. Except that he was a giant Norwegian man and made all of the rest of us feel very, very small. In more ways than one. As we got older, the men in our family, my grandpa got like weirdly into like gym shorts, and the men in our family had to like step in and be like, no dude, you just can't do that. It's incredibly disheartening to us that aren't Norwegian. We had to have like an intervention. Your dick is so big, we need to have a talk about it. Just ridiculous, Yaves. I'm talking... You know, I had always as a kid wished he was my real grandpa, but at that moment, I really wished he would have been my grandpa. I never saw him in a Speedo, thank God. My dad's, so he had sons of his own too. And my dad had told me that it was tough growing up with his with his sons as well. Come Lord Richard. You know, I don't really like that name. Let's find a new one. Alright, call it a good. Hence the bump. Those don't do that, do they? That's not what they're actually for, are they? Aren't they just like a hardness thing? I don't actually know much about pumping it up or down. It's not actually like a size growth device, right? Dick Assman is a good name. I stole my name from a Marlboro Man, a real-life Marlboro Man, an actor and fire chief, Richard Hammer. His like grandson did well in the Olympics or some, or football or some shit recently, and I got like a million tweets about, oh my god, is he related to you? No, I just stole his grandpa's name because it was funny. His name was Captain Dick Hammer, and he died at the age of 69. It was funny. I'm carrying on his legacy. Actually, like, I get a little bit of joy when I Google myself and come up before him. I'm like, yeah, get deleted, motherfucker. He's dead. He doesn't care. What's the weird heart? I didn't notice it. Called Dildo. They have a statue of a captain for which the town was named after Captain Dildo. It's a strong name too, a powerful name. You know? I Google myself periodically. Usually when, I'll message someone or someone will message me on a dating app. And they'll hit me with this. So what do you do for a living? I'm like, I live stream video games. And they're like, no way. And I'm like, yeah. And then I try to convince them that that's actually my job, that I actually make money at it. And they never believe me. So I'm like, just, you know, Google my name. So then I usually Google it too, just to make sure like something horrible isn't going to come up. It's actually frustrating. Like the last 3 or 4 people I've talked to, I've had to like genuinely convince them. Like one of them I even sent out some tweets, like some just ominous tweets of like, hey, it's me. Because they just did not believe me. Which is like a bad sign, and I probably should just stop talking to them right then and there anyway, but... Interesting videos with an adult flair? No way, did you really find that? I love that. It's a good quote about me. with an adult flare. Ah,
Shot speed up.
that's good. Lonely out there? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I fuck around in those stupid apps. It's always the same nonsense. I do like to get to know people. It's fun. Oh, the weird heart there. That's from using. Now I know what you guys are talking about on my health bar. That's from using whatever that skin item is. It gives you a devil deal item or an item based on the room you're in, but it permanently kills one of your hearts. I can't fill that spot with a heart. I can't reach you with my boner. Janks, thank you for the 14. Yeah, when I use this thing, it permanently kills one of my hearts. Actually, I should get rid of my red heart containers altogether. Come on, idiot. Come on, idiot. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. Well, whatever. We'll just do this, huh? For some reason, so I didn't take the Polaroid, so I didn't need to get rid of my red heart containers either. I'm high. It also sucks because I feel like it gives them an immediate, if they wanted an advantage, like if I ever do meet somebody that I'm like really interested in, it gives them like an immediate advantage into my life. Like they have that information advantage right away. I can just scroll through my Twitter for like 5 minutes. But it's unfair. They have access to all this. Well, I feel like if they start going through my streams, that's probably a little too much. I'd be a little concerned. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody scrolled through Twitter for a couple minutes. Which is probably mostly just talk about cum too. I did just tweet last night before I went to bed. Huh, it does help get the pee out. Without context for anyone who wasn't in the stream. It does help get the pee out. They weren't wrong. Somebody last night said they push on their gooch to get the last bit of the pee out. And I had this whole thing where I was like, disgusted by the idea of just handling your gooch throughout the day, and then chat just started ripping on me instead of the guy who pushes on his fucking gooch to get pee out. But reality is it works, and he's a hero. I mean, gooch and taint are the same thing. I didn't learn nothing. I say them interchangeably. Does it? It does work. Yeah, it really does. I just don't want to press on my fucking gooch.
Experimental pill.
Would recommend to all people with gooches. Is there an a second option? Can you be born goochless? You meant males. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess I could see what you're getting at, because they don't have necessarily the same need to get the last bit of the pee out. We said last night we're not gonna fucking gender the taint, okay? It's not taint for men and gooch for ladies. Like we're not doing that. No 9 lives, nah. You ain't gonna gender my taint, I believe was the shirts were getting made. I don't know why I went in here. A gooch and a taint are the same thing. It's just the bit of skin between your butthole and your genitalia. The fleshy fun bridge is not what it's also known as. No. No, it's not. Nobody ever said that. And if they did, they were wrong. Definitely not the fleshy fun bridge. Because my fleshy fun bridge is hairy? It's not that hairy. It's a Cards Against Humanity thing. Oh, that makes it even worse. I got introduced to the guy who made Cards Against Humanity. Oh, cute little star. At least that's the way he was introduced to me. Apparently he has a bit of a passion for indie games as well. But I think I've heard bad things since. Swallowed M80. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Subs and stuff. I love you. See you probably tomorrow.